Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speak Up Sis podcast. This is the place where everyday women and men have an opportunity to share their stories in order to inspire yours. We say what you think no one wants to hear, but everyone needs to know. My name is Angel, and I am your host for tonight. But this is also Encouraging Experts, so I'm not solo tonight, y'all. You all already know who's in the building with me. How you doing tonight, Miss Charnel?
Hey, how's everyone? How are you?
I am doing well, sis. It's always good to show up here on the third Mondays and see you. You should see us, y'all. When I see her, I come give this great big hug because I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays, literally.
Yeah, and we genuinely love each other.
Yeah, genuinely.
So it's good to see each other, embrace each other.
Yes. So tonight, everybody, we are going to be talking about motivation, staying motivated and inspired and encouraged as an entrepreneur. So usually we talk a lot about tips and strategies about making sure your business is running properly. And we talk about what you can do in your business. But tonight we want to spend a little time in the encouraging part versus the expert part. So, right. Yeah. But before we do that, we do want to say welcome everyone who's watching. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button and join our family, and make sure you also hit the notification bell so that you can receive updates whenever we upload new videos. If you are listening on the audio, hello, how you doing? You can always leave us a voice message or send us an email to let us know what you think about the episodes. And if you're watching on Facebook, please join the conversation as well. We thank you. And before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Miss Angela, who is in Ridgeland, South Carolina. She is having a birthday tonight. A little birdie told me that you're having a birthday. And so I say, happy birthday to you, Angela, and I pray that you have had an amazing day.
Happy birthday, Angela.
That's what's up. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the conversation tonight. Being an entrepreneur can be hectic, especially those of us who are full-time entrepreneurs, meaning you don't have any other type of 9-to-5, any other type of work that you're doing for other people, but you're full on. But even if you aren't a full-time entrepreneur, entrepreneurial work is just hard.
Absolutely.
And you want to quit.
Many times.
So we are going to talk tonight about what you can do to remain motivated. All right. So I'm going to let you start, Charnel.
The first thing I want to tell you is throughout this process, you want to make sure you stay positive. There are going to be many times and obstacles that will arise, and you're going to feel defeated.
Right.
You're going to feel like giving up. You're going to question whether you're in the right field, if you're doing the right thing. You're going to question. I know I have plenty of times said, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to get me a 9-to-5.
Right.
But then my spirit was like, no, you don't want to do a 9-to-5.
Do you remember what it was like?
Do you remember when? Do you remember how you felt at that 9-to-5? So just encourage yourself, speak words of life, of encouragement. Get that support team that we were talking about, your community, to when you're feeling defeated and you feel like giving up, that person or persons can say, keep going.
Right.
Find your favorite TED Talk that speaks to that motivates you.
Exactly.
You can go on YouTube. You can go on Spotify. You can listen to us.
You can listen to
and
us.
We'll tell you. We'll motivate you.
Yes.
So it's that's part of the community as well. You know, we may not call you directly, but you can always pull up the recording, listen to us, and get some type of encouragement.
Yeah. And if you message us, we actually respond.
We do.
We respond, so we can be a part of your community if you would like us to actually be active parts of your community. One thing you mentioned about motivation and listening to motivating things, I would like to encourage people to have a regimen. Have a regimented life, y'all. Have a regimented life. You cannot be a successful entrepreneur if you do not have a regular routine. One of the things that I do is to listen to motivational talks and things of that nature. Like you said, the TED Talk. There are videos like Motivation Hub on YouTube that I listen to in the morning time. So when I get up before I go to work out, I've got this in my ear. I don't listen to just trash music or just people singing about nothing. I am actually listening to someone in my ear telling me that I'm great. I'm a champion. I'm a warrior. I can do all things, you know. And so by the time I finish listening to this, I'm ready to go for the day.
Another good one is in the mornings, part of my morning routine is I get up and do affirmations. So
affirmations
I
are good.
speak life over my day, over me, over my business, and over any and everyone else that's important to me.
Yep.
So that's another way to, you know, to motivate yourself.
Yep.
And just throughout the day, when things get hard or frustrating or aggravating, remember those affirmations, those things that you said to yourself that morning or evening. You can say before you go to bed, if you know.
Yeah.
But just remember, those things will pop up into your mind, and you'll say those things, and it will hopefully calm you during that, you know, aggravation.
Most
struggle.
definitely. So affirmations are something that you can add to your daily regimen. Motivational videos or music or sounds, you can add them. Some people pray and meditate in the morning. I'll tell you all, I actually have a calendar. I set it on my phone actually, where I have everything from the time I wake up until the time I go to sleep is planned out. It helps me to stay focused. And it also helps me to get through the day because I know what's going to happen in the next hour. I know what's going to happen at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. I know what's going to take place. So it keeps me moving. A lot of times when we're idle, that idle time is time for your brain to start doing funky things.
Right.
But if you tell your time what it's going to do, you don't have time to get depressed about
you focus on the
work.
next thing.
Exactly. So if you're not already a scheduled person, your life, your day is not already scheduled, you want to go ahead and do that. And that leads me into another way that you keep yourself motivated, and that is to actually accomplish some things. When I was a school teacher, I would tell my students all the time, the best way for you to feel successful is to get an accomplishment. When you have a student who's getting D's and F's on everything and they finally get a C, it makes them want to keep getting those good grades, and don't let them get a B or an A. Knowing that you can do it. If you're an entrepreneur and you're feeling down and out, make a sale.
Right.
Like, I don't care who you sell to. Your cousin, your auntie, the lady down the street, make a sale. Set an appointment. Do something where you can say, I accomplished this thing today. It's going to make you feel better. And when you make that sale, you know that there are more sales after that.
Right. Another thing that I do, and I do it more so for I do it for my business too. So I have a glass jar, and I have Post-it notes in it.
Okay.
So anytime something happens, I get a new client. I reach a new milestone in sales. We get a 5-star review, anything.
Right.
I write down the date, I write it on the Post-it note, and I put it in a jar.
That's good.
So when you do get discouraged, pick up one of the Post-it notes.
That's good.
And remind yourself of what you can accomplish.
What you've already done.
Right? And, for those who believe in God, what God has done for you.
Yes.
That's important because it's easy to forget about those things.
Right.
So it helps you to remember those things that you may have forgotten. And then, because I was actually looking at mine last week, 2 weeks ago, and it was just like, oh, I remember
I did that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it gives you a good feeling because you're like, wow, I didn't even realize I did all this
Exactly.
in this particular year. But I want to say on YouTube, we might need to document this because
What's going on?
I want to just say, Lynette says, good evening.
Hi, Lynette.
Valerie says, hello, ladies. Shantae
Hello.
says, hello, ladies. Shantae says, happy birthday, Angela.
Angela,
Tashura
you getting all the
says,
shout outs.
Hey.
Hey, Tashura.
Richardine.
Richardine. Hey,
Richardine,
Miss
sorry.
Star. How you
She's
doing?
We're just getting all
Okay,
these
so
compliments.
we're going to show you all what it's like to celebrate.
Right, because I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And I'm not even finished. So,
You're not finished?
No.
Okay.
Lynette says, command your morning when you were talking about the morning routine, so that's good.
Okay.
Yvonne Hooks, she said, good evening, ladies.
Hi, Yvonne.
Valerie says she has, I guess, her Post-it notes posted on her bathroom door. Valerie says, yes, sis, command your morning.
Yes, how you doing, Valerie? Oh, my goodness, y'all. This takes us into another tip for you all, and this is to celebrate all of your wins. Yeah. Celebrate
big
your small wins, your big wins. You don't have to wait until something massive happens.
Right.
You can celebrate all your little wins. This for us tonight.
Yeah, we did that.
This is a win.
We did that. Okay.
This means that our YouTube following is growing because you all are here with us tonight. You're spending some time with us. We are over, I think we're about at 520 subscribers. Last month was on and popping. So this helps to keep us encouraged to know that this is not in vain.
Right.
People are listening, people are watching, and we get to celebrate those wins, and we get to celebrate them with you all because you're a part of our community.
Right, because it is a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right? We are serving.
Yes, ma'am.
We are serving you all. And not to say that it's bad or we have an issue or complain about it, but it is a commitment.
It is.
And we do genuinely care about our audience and what we tell them and what we share with them, and we want you to do well.
Yeah. Definitely.
So.
And we've got Tashura must be on both sides because Tashura, I see her on Facebook as well. She said, hey, sis. And Jonelle, how you doing, sis? She says, good evening, ladies. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Those of you who are watching on Facebook as well, we appreciate you. So tonight, you all, we are sharing with you some ways that you can remain motivated and inspired to stay in the game as an entrepreneur, to not quit, to not give up, to stick with it. All right. So we want to talk a little bit about your health as well. Come on, y'all. And I don't care what y'all say. I'm talking health because I'm getting my health together. Look at that. Look at that shot. Y'all can see my neck.
I can't.
I'm just saying. Ow. Don't act like y'all don't know this. So listen.
Celebrate those wins, girl.
Celebrate those
wins.
Don't make me flex on the camera. Those of you who are listening, you're not going to see the muscles if I flex them. But We're celebrating. This is how we stay motivated. I partner with a woman who's amazing. I partner with a woman that I can laugh with. We can joke. I actually enjoy hosting Encouraging Experts with her. I come in here. I work out. I do the things I need to do. I'm eating better. My energy is high, right? I'm feeling good. It helps me to do well in my business because I decided to take care of my body. Many of you get into this depressed place because your body's sick. And I say many of you, but I can say many of us because I know what it feels like to not feel good in my body. And Charnel is a witness, as well as the guys in the studio. Prior to me making the decision to change my life, I would come in here and complain. Don't put the camera right there. Move it over there. Don't show this side. Don't do this. Don't do that. I couldn't feel good about the work that I was doing because I was so busy focused on things that don't really matter. That is important. That is important. If your body is not healthy, your mind isn't going to be healthy, your spirit isn't going to be healthy, your soul isn't going to be healthy, and that is going to take a toll on the work that you do. And nobody wants to work with someone whose mind is all over the place.
Right. And you won't be successful because let's be honest, itis is real.
Yes, it is.
So you don't want itis when you're in the middle of your work day, right? You want to make sure you're working out and you're putting the right things in your body and you're staying hydrated.
That's right.
That is important. Getting enough sleep is
My
important.
goodness. Yes.
Right? And I love sleep.
Can we talk about the way you said that?
Because I'm so passionate about getting some
The
sleep.
way she grabbed her, she hugged herself. Like, I love, hold myself right there.
Yes, I respect people's sleep. Like, I'm the type of person, I will not, if someone is sleeping, I will tiptoe around them. I don't want to wake
disturb them.
Because I just respect it. I understand the importance of it. I actually did a paper on it in college.
Really?
About the importance of sleep.
It's super important.
It is, because I know when I don't get enough sleep, my day is not productive.
Right.
I'm cranky. I'm short. My temperament is 0.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And these are things that you don't realize. It's a domino effect. The eating, the sleeping, the working out. Working out gives you more energy.
Yes, it does.
To get your day started.
Yep. Too much energy sometimes.
Right. And you need it.
Yeah.
You could keep going and you could do so much more. But if you're sluggish because you just ate a pork chop meal, and you like, okay,
I don't want to do anything else for the rest of the
I'll call
day.
these people tomorrow. I want to take a nap.
Exactly.
And it's not the nap that I'm telling you that I appreciate so much.
You're not rejuvenated after
Right.
that nap. You're actually even more
Right.
tired and sluggish. So I'm glad you brought up the rest thing, because I used to subscribe to a way of thinking that I no longer subscribe to, and that is the whole grind until you die culture. You can sleep when you die.
But if you follow the routine, like you said, you can still knock out those things that you want to accomplish
Yes.
throughout the day by following your routine.
Exactly.
And if you get up early enough, exercise, do what you got to do, you can do that.
Yes, you can.
You can rest. You
Yep.
can actually, after you work, if you want to eat that pork chop meal, go for it.
Exactly.
But I don't suggest it, but I'm just saying. Your work is taken care of.
Exactly. So you can grind. You can set the time for your grind.
Right. You can turn your phone off.
You can turn your phone
When
off.
I turn my phone off or put it in do not disturb, I get so much work done. I'm not distracted from
Yep.
alerts. I'm not picking up my phone to see what's going on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or TikTok. I'm so scared to get on TikTok.
Honey,
'cause I know.
TikTok takes you down into the black hole. You'll
Right.
be like that dude. Where'd he go?
Listen.
The Get Out guy. You'll be stuck in the black hole of
Yeah.
TikTok. How do I know? Because I've gotten stuck before.
Right. And I'm just like, I won't even pull it up because it knows what I like. The algorithm is just perfect.
Did you say it knows what you like?
So like all the things that interest me just pop video after video, and I'm like, let me swipe up and
right.
Oh, I like this one too. You know, and
don't let them start dancing. Don't let me see some kids dancing.
Where did time go?
Oh, that's gonna be it.
And then at the end of the day, you're like, what did I do? I saw the TikTok video though. It made me laugh. I didn't make any money,
right?
But the video made me laugh.
Right.
So you got to prioritize.
You have to prioritize. And at the same time, you've got to learn to reward yourself as well. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to take some time to actually enjoy yourself. But you can actually schedule that in too.
Right.
You know, if you schedule your day, you'll have plenty of time. You'll have plenty of time to laugh and joke and have fun and all those things. I spend time talking to the people that I want to talk to in the day because I plan my day out.
Right.
So I know I've got this pocket of time that I can just sit on the phone and talk if that's what I want to do. And people be like, ain't you got to work? I'm like, it's done.
Yeah. And your task and the things that you're doing have meaning.
Yes.
You're not just doing stuff. You're not operating in haste. You're being intentional with what you're doing. So when I got with my business coach a few years ago, we sat down. Our first session, it was, okay, let's get your calendar together. Let's set up some time blocking. So I created my calendar, and she said, okay, what time you gonna eat? Where's your lunch? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I need to put. She was like, yeah, put lunch on the calendar, and then have your spacer in between, so you have drive time in case you drive to go somewhere for lunch. But people would laugh at me because literally I would have on my calendar lunchtime. Yeah. What day I need to have dinner cooked. Like I had all that on my calendar, and my days were so productive because of that. Yep. To be intentional and say, okay, this is what I need to do. I know I have to cook dinner by 3:00. I have to start cooking dinner by 3:00. So that means I got to get this done, that done. And it made me feel so much better because I felt accomplished. Yeah. I had receipts at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you got receipts. Can I say it's also important, since you're talking about dinner time and things like that, it is important to have time for your family. You have to have time, people. If you want to stay inspired and encouraged and self-motivated, please have time for a personal life. Spend time with your husband, spend time with your wife, spend time with your children. Don't let everything be just work, 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 work. You have to remember that you need personal time as well.
Right. Absolutely.
Schedule it.
Yeah. Schedule your free time. Schedule your relaxing moments and getting a massage and treating yourself to go out to eat. Maybe you said once a week or once a month, I'm going to reward myself. Yep. But listen, these comments, I'm sitting here laughing. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at some of the comments.
What they talking about? What are y'all talking about on YouTube? Facebook is not showing me much love. I see people watching, but they ain't saying nothing. So
y'all need to get on this YouTube so y'all can see
what's
some
going
of these
on? I'm about to go over to YouTube in a minute. What's going on?
So Tashura said she feel like these comments, what we're talking about is for her.
Okay.
She also said, I'm going to need LOL snatched over here to calm down.
Ow.
I think that would be
just saying. Stop hating, Tashura.
Let's see. Tashura said, can somebody loan me some sleep? Valerie, a woman after my own heart. She said, I love my sleep. I feel you. Tashura said she hasn't slept in over a year, girl.
I'm going to need you to go to bed.
Right.
Just like shut it down and just go to bed and get some rest. I'm telling you, when you get good rest, you wake up so rejuvenated. You wake up just feeling like you can do anything when you get a good night's rest.
Because your brain has rested.
Yes.
Your brain has to rest.
It does. And one thing that I'm learning, to sure, since you want to talk about me getting fit, here, you want me to, I'm going to talk to Tashura right now. One thing I'm learning, even in fitness, is that your body heals while it's sleeping.
Yep.
That's something that I'm learning. Like when you're building muscle, your muscles actually need you to go to sleep so that they can repair and do all the things that they do,
rejuvenate
while you're sleeping. And so even with those of us who are adding fitness into what we do, we're not getting the benefits because we don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
So sis, go to bed. Listen, them cups gonna be there, them rhinestones, that glitter crack is gonna be there when you wake up.
Yeah.
So get you some rest, sis.
Yeah. And no TikTok after midnight. That's what Tashura said.
No TikToking after. Yes, go to bed.
I've been guilty.
TikToking after midnight.
Yeah, you just can't sleep. You're like, oh, let me see what TikTok talking about.
And then it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
You be like, damn. I done did it now. Now you mad at yourself all day because you tired.
I'm telling you, go ahead and schedule your time out. Make sure that you are making the time for you, and don't let TikTok be your personal time. Yeah. You know, and because I got stories for days. I remember dating at one point. I'm always in that space, but telling a guy that I was scheduling him into my time. He was offended. I'm like, you should be happy. Because I'm putting you in here.
You making him a priority.
I'm making you a priority by giving you these 2 hours. Because we have to do that. You have to give yourself the personal time, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whatever it is, you got to do that so that you're not overwhelmed by work, and you're not feeling like, I don't know why I don't have a life, you know, I haven't seen anybody, I haven't seen the sunshine. All I do is work, and I'm not making any money. All I do is work, and I don't have any clients. All I do is work. While you're in the process of building your business, you want to make sure that you are etching out the time to keep yourself mentally and emotionally and socially healthy as well.
Right. And to go back to that gentleman you were talking about, that's an example of someone who isn't like-minded and didn't understand the process. Someone in business who is organized and understands the importance of a routine will say, I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Because I understand how valuable time is.
Right.
You know, in business, you're either spending time or money.
Bam. And that goes back to community.
And you can lose time or money.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And that takes us back to having a solid community that understands, that are like-minded, who will encourage you, who will help you to keep moving forward instead of trying to pull you backwards, right? So even in that space, that person is a part of your community.
And you pay attention to it. Do not make excuses for people who are not on your team. Don't justify it. Don't say, and I mean, we do this in relationships too, but don't sit here and say, well, this person is going to change, or I believe this person is going to change, or I believe this person is supporting me and wants what's best for me. Where are the receipts?
Oh, where are the receipts?
What have they done to show you that? I mean, and it doesn't have to be monetary, right? It could be,
exactly.
How you doing? What can I do to help you? I know you're busy. Let me take this off your plate. Is there anything I can take off your plate? You know, you're stressed out. Let me make you laugh. Something. Oh, I saw this TED Talk. I thought this would be, encouraging for you.
I noticed you were a little down this week. So, and here's something I saw. I think, well,
Yeah.
You'd pick me up or something.
I decided to get you a salad instead of a pork chop sandwich because I care about your health, and I don't want you to fall asleep on the job.
Yes. Listen, you girl, you gonna get somebody cussed out. So what you trying to call me fat? No, I'm saying we don't want you sleeping on the job. That's what's up. So listen, everybody. Today we want you to have a little fun with us. As you can tell, we're a little laid back tonight. We're laughing and joking and things of that nature because this is what you do when you want to stay the course. One thing you all don't realize is what we do is difficult. A lot of people watch us on camera. You see us doing this every week or, once a month or whatever. And you're like, oh, that looks easy and anybody can do it and I could do it. Let me tell y'all, it is not an easy task to show up here every single Monday. And for Charnel, she runs a whole other business, to show up here every single third Monday to sit with me and to have this conversation when we're not seeing a whole lot of fruit at this point, but we're still showing up. This is almost a 3-hour drive for me to come into this space and to come here constantly to create content, constantly to want to help other people to be better in their entrepreneurial space and to love doing this. We have to have times where we just laugh.
Right. And laughter is good medicine.
Yes.
Right. It keeps you going. It makes you enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because I'm not coming here like, oh, God, I gotta sit here and talk for an hour.
And if I was fussing and looking crazy in the face, whatever, Sharon would be like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, pretty much. But I do have to say, even, it may look easy, but I have to say that King's Broadcasting makes us look good.
Okay.
So
can we shout out the Kings in the house tonight? One of these days, we are going to allow them to come on camera with us and show their faces, y'all. Because listen, when y'all are looking at us, look at the world spinning behind. Like, I got the world on my shoulders around here. And Charnel and I, we are like doing our thing. We look this fabulous because we've got an amazing studio team, King's Broadcasting Studios. They are located in the Metro Atlanta area. And tonight, just because we can, because it's our show, we want to shout out Pulse 880 Radio. Y'all see it right there in the front. Gary, as well as Mike, they run a radio station, y'all. It is thebomb.com. They got hip hop and listen, they even play Jesus music on Sunday, y'all. I listen to it, you know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to check them out. We'll make sure that there's a link in the description for you all to be able to connect with them. Please show the brothers some love. They've got great content. They are amazing when it comes to this studio. They are so professional.
Very important.
Yeah. Yeah. So we want to most definitely give them a shout out because it makes our job so much easier to be able to come into a studio with people who are professional, who are kind, and they're just amazing. So, yeah, maybe that should be another tip. Love on the people you work with.
Right. Right.
You want to stay encouraged. You want to stay inspired. Love on the people that you work with because then they will work for you. So I want to share something with you all. I was talking to Charnel tonight before we came on, and I believe I told you all when we were talking about the VAs that I have 2 new VAs. They are amazing. Shout out to Chris and Gemma. They are pretty awesome. But these 2 young women have come on board to be a part of the team. And when I tell y'all, they make me want to work harder because they work so diligently for Speak Up Sis. So when we talk about staying encouraged, I remember what my why is. And I know why I do Speak Up Sis. Mm-hmm. I know why Speak Up Sis is alive. And this is a space for me to create spaces for people to be able to acknowledge and own their truth and then give voice to it, to empower women to live the lives that they desire and deserve. And so here I've got these two women who live on a different continent, who have become a part of the Speak Up Sis family. And so one of them, when I met her, she had no experience, none. Absolutely no experience as a VA, but she connected with me and she asked if she could be my VA. At the time, I was like, I need someone with experience. And this is my story, and y'all can hold tight and rock with me because I'm going to tell my story tonight. And I said, well, I need someone with experience, but just hold tight. And she said, okay. I found another VA who started working for me and everything was going fine. Well, this other young woman, about 2 months later, she still messages me and she's like, I really, want to work and I'll work for free. I'm talking to you all about how to stay encouraged. This is a young woman who said, I will work for you for free if you'll teach me. I just need to learn so that I can make money. So, of course, I'm like, I'm really busy. I don't have time to teach you how to do this. So I listened to the Lord and I thought about it and I said, okay, got a great idea. And I worked with the other VA to get this VA trained and brought her on board. Now, see, here's the thing. Many of you wouldn't want to spend the money to help somebody who can't do. But I had to remember what my why is for the business as a whole. If I'm not empowering my employees, then what am I really doing? So this weekend, after her training and all these things, one of my VAs, shout out to Gemma, received her very first paycheck. Let me tell y'all something. When you employ people, come on, Charnel. Mm-hmm. When you employ people and what you pay a person is taking care of a whole family. Mm-hmm. If I don't get up to work for nothing else,
right.
I'm getting up to work because there are families that depend on me making money so that they can get paid.
Right.
For me, that is encouragement. Mm-hmm. That's motivation to get my butt up and do the work. Why? Because that's what I say I do. Mm-hmm. So if your why for being in business isn't that strong, then I can see why you're not motivated.
and let me
revisit that why.
Let me dial back to something you said.
Mm-hmm.
How the VA says, I want to work for you for free. So let's talk about sowing a seed.
Girl, talk to him.
I'm going to. I am like, she sowed that seed, mm-hmm. and as a result, mm-hmm. she got a paycheck. She's happy. Mm-hmm. She can take care of her family mm-hmm. and still enjoy life because she's being paid a fair, probably more than fair, wage. Mm-hmm. And that's something that we in business need to do as well.
Yes.
Right? So, for example, my cleaning business, we are part of this organization called Cleaning for a Reason. Mm-hmm. And we clean the houses of women who have cancer, breast cancer. Oh, wow. For free. I don't charge the customer. Mm-hmm. I just, I have to come out of pocket to pay my staff.
Right.
But I'm sowing that seed. I want clients. Mm-hmm. I'm going to offer free services to clients. I'm sowing a seed because I'm offering this for free. It's bound to come back to me some way, somehow. Me sitting here and sharing experiences and business tips, we are sowing a seed. And a lot of times people get into business and if I don't get paid for it, I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying don't get paid. Like, don't do everything for free, but understand that some things you just need to learn. Sometimes you just need to build that relationship. And then the fruit will come from that.
That's right.
There's a time for reaping and harvesting and sowing and reaping. But that's important.
It's important.
You speaking words of encouragement to people. That's a seed.
That's a seed. Right. And it keeps you encouraged.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, y'all,
feels good
to help somebody else that you know needs that help, that you know. It is hard for me to even put it into words, but it keeps me inspired.
Right.
It keeps me inspired. So if you are an entrepreneur and you don't have anyone that you're sewing into, you're not helping anybody. Right. Everything is about you and your business and how you growing and what people doing for you and won't nobody support you and whatever. But there isn't anything that you're doing that is helping someone else who may never be able
to help you.
Yep. That may be a reason why you lack some motivation. You lack that thing that keeps you inspired. Because motivation and inspiration are different, right? But sometimes you need to step up out of yourself and help some other people to remain inspired to do what it is that you do.
Because you know how it feels. I know how it feels to start a business, to struggle, to figure out how you're going to pay your staff. I know how it feels to not pay yourself and your staff is getting paid more than you. I understand that. I'm not sitting here like, oh, I'm just all that. No. It's been real. Plenty of times. Like, anybody who tells you that is a liar unless they got, was it $5 million loan from their father or something like that?
I don't know what they're getting, but I can tell you I am new in this entrepreneurial space, and I know that my employees get paid some weeks and I don't. You know, there are times when people, you know, I had someone the other day to ask me for, you know, a couple dollars. I was like, I don't have it. Literally, I have it in my business account, but I don't touch that.
Right.
I don't have it in my personal account.
That's another thing, people. That's a good point.
But I still have to. I still have to pay my employees, right? So what is your why? How are you helping people? What are you doing to make sure that you're healthy and whole and well while you are growing your business or when your business hits a dry spot? Because you can be an experienced entrepreneur, right? Just like Charnel. And I'm sure you have times where, you know, your motivation kind of tries to go in the toilet, but you still have to have a reason to get up and do what it is that you do. So it doesn't matter. This isn't just for novice business owners. This is even for those of you who are far more experienced than I am. You still have to have some things in place to help you remain motivated and inspired. How you doing, Ashana? I see you on Facebook. Hey, sis. Quincy Shelton, how you doing, brother? It's always good to see you in the space. He says hello on Facebook as well. I appreciate you all for joining us. Do we have any other people in the YouTube space?
We got a lot.
We love y'all on YouTube. If you're watching us
you.
on YouTube and you have not subscribed to this channel, do it. I double dog, triple dog dare you.
So I know I didn't mention Quincy. And I didn't mention Coach Janelle.
Okay. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming on over to the YouTube space.
Tashura, Valerie, they made some more comments.
Okay.
Lynette. But I wanted to make sure I acknowledge the people that I reaping and the harvest.
Good.
And sowing seeds. It's important. Like, who are you serving?
Who are you serving?
If you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just compare McDonald's and Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
You go to McDonald's, they got an attitude. You asking them for some extra napkins or sauce, and they're like, I want to give you that. But you go to Chick-fil-A, how can I serve you? You want some extra sauce here? How many you want? So people will drive that extra 5-10 miles to go to Chick-fil-A because of the experience. Because Chick-fil-A is serving.
Yes.
It's serving us, not just in the fact of, oh, here's your food, I'm serving you. No, the experience. The smiles. The, hey, how you doing? And I don't know if you know, I saw this on TikTok.
So she go to TikTok.
If you go to Chick-fil-A and they don't say, my pleasure.
My pleasure,
you can get a free chicken sandwich.
Stop it.
I saw that on TikTok. Me shouldn't have been on TikTok. And I saw it, I'm like, for real?
Now, I went to a Chick-fil-A once. My son was in the car with me. And the young lady didn't say, it's my pleasure. And so I was like, I told my son, she didn't tell me it was her pleasure. He was like, Mom, they don't have to say that. I was like,
yes,
yeah, they do. And I feel some kind of way, like, is it not her pleasure?
Like, we expect that at McDonald's, right? We expect them to say, get out of
here.
Take your food, go.
Yes, and he was like, Mom, don't say anything. Don't. Because I was like, when I get up here, I'm going to let them know. Like, he was like, Mom, don't do it. Don't do it.
You could have got a free chicken sandwich.
See? Hey, and we're not going to talk about this tonight because this isn't what we're talking about tonight, because we're always talking to you all about consistency. But that has nothing to do with motivation.
And how people expect it and they look for it.
Yes, we went on a tangent, but that's fine. That is okay, because we can do that because it's our show. And tonight, this is just a space tonight for you all to first get some tips on how to stay motivated and inspired. And it is also an opportunity for you to see it in action.
Right.
To see that you can enjoy the work that you do. If you are doing work that you don't enjoy, you may want to go back to the drawing board. If you find yourself in this entrepreneurial space where you're never happy, you're always depressed, you don't like who you work with, you don't like what you're doing, then you may want to, it's not about rethinking entrepreneurship. It may be rethinking what type of work you're doing. Maybe you're just in the wrong industry.
Or maybe going back to what you were saying with understanding your why.
Understand your why.
Why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it? And let's keep it 100. Some of y'all just need to go work a 9 to 5.
Right.
Some people are happy working a 9 to 5. They feel like they should be, because now we're in this space where everybody should be an entrepreneur. And I just don't believe that that's true.
No.
I don't believe it's true. And I think some people are very happy and content and satisfied with working for someone else. And if that is you, that is okay. So if you start digging for your why and you keep coming up empty and you just, it's okay to say, you know what? I tried it. I worked really hard at it, but this just isn't me. And I want to go do something that I love, and that just happens to be working for someone else. There is no shame in having a 9 to 5. And I think sometimes, Charnel, we make people feel, and I say we, corporately, but that doesn't, I don't mean me and you, right? But I think we as a community and as a society now in this arena we're in make people feel like if they decide to go back to their 9 to 5, that somehow they failed.
But COVID has taught us that we need our essential workers.
We do.
We need people who are working those 9 to 5s.
We do.
We're frustrated because we go places and the lines are long because they don't have enough people working.
Yep.
You know, we go to the supermarket, we go to fast food restaurants or any restaurant, and there's not enough workers there because, you know, COVID has shown us that. So I don't, by any means, minimize or discount or discredit the importance
Working for someone else.
Working a 9 to 5.
We have employees.
Right. I knew for me, working a 9 to 5, my temperament, I would be that one at McDonald's like, here.
Not here.
Get out. All right. That's what you said you want. You got a number 5. Here's.
Why you didn't say that at the mic thing?
Right.
You wait till you get up to the window.
Right. So now
go back to the mic thing. Go back around and reorder it.
Yeah, and that's understanding your strengths and weaknesses that we talked about last month with saying, okay, we're going to hire this staff that possess our weaknesses as strengths.
That's right.
Because I mean, I used to work in a call center, and I was working part-time because I was in college. And I would get so restless just sitting there for the 4 or 6 hours I was working. And I'm like, I can't do this for 8 hours.
No, hold up. Chanel just said for the 4 or 6 hours. I thought she was going to say something like 12 or 14 hours. She's like, I was just so restless after 4 hours.
But that was just confirmation to me.
Time to go.
I needed that flexibility. I needed to get up and go.
Yeah.
And it's more meaningful for me. I can sit down and do work for my businesses for 8 hours because it has meaning to me.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate about it. But I wasn't passionate about answering the phones at that call center.
I feel you. I've done the call center thing before too, and I think I might have gave them about a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm out of here. So listen, that is a huge one to leave you all with, and that is if you put all these things into place, you put them all into place, you set the schedule, you have, you got your regimen, you schedule out your time in the day, you do all these things, you family and whatever, and you are still miserable. You cannot figure out what your why is. You cannot connect to a why. You don't have the passion, the drive, the excitement for it. Then ultimately go do something that gives you that. And if that means that you go back to working in a corporate setting, or you go back to working a 9 to 5, or, you go to do something other than entrepreneurship, that is okay. Yeah. That is okay.
And understanding that, well, if you are someone who is undecided, you don't know what direction to go to, you ask yourself, what do I like to do? What can I do without being paid? That I would be okay if I didn't get paid, because I just love doing it.
Yep.
And that right there is your why. That's your thing.
Do that.
And maybe with the 9 to 5, one of the reasons why I thought about, okay, maybe I'll just go back to a 9 to 5 is because at 5 o'clock my day would be over.
Gotcha.
With my businesses,
right,
my day may not necessarily be over at 5 o'clock.
I know that's right.
I have people that are dependent on me, and they could care less about my personal life.
That's right.
All they care about is, you said you were going to pay me on Friday. I want my money
money on Friday. Not Saturday, not Sunday. I want my money on Friday. So listen, everyone. We have come to the end of our show tonight. We hope that you've been slightly entertained tonight, as we have laughed and chuckled and giggled with one another. This is definitely a good time for us to do this, because we're not going to see each other before the holiday, right? We're getting ready to have the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah.
So we'll see each other after that. So this was nice to be able to just kind of let our hair down and relax a little bit and chop it up with one another. And so we pray that as you go into the busy season, for many of you, this is going to be the busy season for your businesses. You've got Black Friday, you've got the Christmas holiday, you got New Year, you got, the holiday season coming up. We want you to remain encouraged. We want you to remain inspired. And we want you to continue to love what it is that you do every day. So please take some of these tips, put them into practice. And we would love to hear about which ones you decide to use, or if you have some others that you're using, please send us a message. You can email us at contact@speakupsis.com. We do respond. So hit us up. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that. We are on a road to 1,000 subscribers, and we would love to have you be a part of our YouTube community. You can follow Speak Up Sis Podcast on Instagram and Facebook as well at Speak Up Sis Podcast. And you can connect with Charnel at
Charnel26 on Instagram.
And y'all just heard her tonight. She TikToking too, so you might be able to find her on TikTok too.
Yep, Charnel26 on TikTok.
Oh, we want to, once again, before we leave, give a shout out to Angela in Ridgeland, South Carolina, and say, Happy birthday. And with that, everyone, we want to say have a wonderful night. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. Don't eat too much turkey, right? Keep that health together. And that itis. And we'll see you all back here on the third Monday of December for Encouraging Experts with Angel Charmaine and Charnel Williams. You all have a wonderful night.